Alright guys, this is part 3 to my video series on this kitchen table. I'm first starting off with finishing the base, and I'll end the video with putting the finishing touches on the bottom. I'll post some pictures later on of what the finishing touches will look like, and hope you enjoy this last part. Oh jeez. This is where I really like their hands. Got to glue. Stretch before I lift this thing. Okay, after completing the base, what I need to do next is actually cut a few recesses into all four corners of this. What it's going to do is allow me to slide a 2x8 underneath so I can add some support on the top part. Problem is, I should have cut this out a long time ago, my table saw, and so now I have to pick between different strategies how to do this. And the next few parts are me messing up several times and almost cutting my hand. So hope you enjoy this next part. Okay, so there's several different ways I could go about cutting this. I could try a flush trim router bit, but that would take a ton of time and cause a huge mess. Second option is my jigsaw, but the blade doesn't go that deep because it's about 3.5 inches. So my option is to use a Sawzall, which is a really long blade. It's just not the most clean way of doing it. So I'm actually going to first try my jigsaw, see how that works. If not, going with Sawzall. So I think that answers my question. I tried the, holy crap, that's hot. So I tried the jigsaw and it broke the bit, and I have been sawing for literally 2 seconds. So Sawzall it is. After breaking the bit on my jigsaw and then trying my Sawzall here for about 30 seconds, I realized that it's not working, and I decided to stare at my project for a couple minutes. I finally figured out a strategy to actually use my hand saw to actually go across and cut it in little pieces and then do a plunge cut, which is actually, again, the way that I almost cut my finger off, which you'll see soon. The strategy actually worked really well. It took a little bit extra time, but it fixed the problem. Okay, this is the plunge cut where I have to slowly lower the blade down into the wood. It's important if I don't go too fast, otherwise it's going to kick back on me, which it actually did. But the stupid thing I did here was I actually went backwards with the blade and it quickly kicked back. You can see that right here. That's why you don't go backwards with your blade. Can you believe I've only been into the emergency room once for cutting my finger? Ironically, it was on this thing. Keep that in mind. After almost cutting off my finger, I ended up cleaning out the rest of this with just a hammer and chisel, and then I went back over it with sandpaper. So unfortunately I don't have any pictures or video of the support beams I put in, but you can see them right here, how it expands along the entire way of the table. It allows me to actually mount underneath to the top part, and on this next part you'll actually see the support beams I have for the extensions. Okay, we've got everything mounted under here, and actually took out the wobble from the base, if you all remember that before. If you don't, I'll probably cut it out of the video, so don't worry about it. I already rounded the edges, everything looks great. You know, I'm actually ready to finish. Just need to do some sanding, but they wanted extensions put on this. So usually whenever you have extensions on a table, it's going to be a leaf system which you put in the middle. I don't really know how to do that at this point, so I kind of developed my own system. So there's actually a 1.5 inch insets next to this support beam right here. And so this is a 1.5 by 1.5 beam. I'm going to slide in here on both sides. Got this right here. It already looks pretty flush. It's a little wobbly. I may or may not add some extra 1.5 inch beams right here. And this will be longer as well too. To those of you who made it this far into the video, I really appreciate it. I know this video is pretty long. Future videos are going to be a lot shorter, but this is really a learning experience for me. Right here is me putting on the dark walnut stain. It took a pretty good while for me to finish it, and that little blue thing that keeps flying back and forth is actually what I use to know how far to put in my car. I'll post pictures of the finishing touches. This is going to be the end of the video series. Please feel free to put any comments about what you would recommend for what you want to see for later videos, or anything that I should do better about, and stuff like that. And just yeah, let me know about anything. I'm really open to hearing what your thoughts are, and I'm looking to do a little bit better with this. So thank you all very much.